Welcome! In this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 S's of niche building. It's really critical that you start to develop niches, that you have a real focus, a real specialism, because as you've heard before, the specialist always makes much more money than the generalist. If you want to make more money, if you want to get better prices, if you want to win more work, better quality clients, then focus and build a niche. The question, of course, is, well, what should I build my niche in? And so I'm going to deal with that. I'm going to give you the 3 S's of niche building. If you don't know me, my name is Mark Wickersham. I am a chartered accountant, but I've been training and teaching the accounting profession how to master value pricing, how to get better results from pricing. I write books. I'm a keynote speaker. So today, let's look at those 3 S's. When you decide to build a niche, there are 3 different areas that you could possibly focus on. 3 S's. Number 1, the first one is the sector. And this is perhaps the first one that comes to mind, the sector. What I mean by that is there a particular industry that you particularly are fascinated in? So that could be, for example, the dental industry. It could be doctors. It could be non-profits or charities. It could be the construction industry or the restaurant industry. There are a whole host of different sectors. So it may be that you choose to specialize and focus in a particular sector. You might be the expert in the legal industry, for example, in your area. So that's number 1. That's the first of the S's. The second one is what I call stage. And what that means is, think about the life cycle of a business. Businesses start, and at some point, the business owner may well sell his business. And so think about different types of businesses, their circumstances. It might be that you want to specialize in business startups. And so you could position yourself as the business startup expert. And so you would research and figure out what are the common issues that startups want to know. How do they keep their books and records? What can they claim? What's tax deductible? You might build up expertise for business startups, position yourself as the expert, and then you will be able to attract business startups and charge higher prices. It could be at the other end of the spectrum. You might have some expertise in helping people make their business more sellable, helping them to exit from their business. And so you might make that your specialism. So we have the sector, we have the stage. The third S is the service. So it could be you specialize based on a particular thing that you do. So it might well be tax planning. It could be technology and setting up apps. It could be that you specialize in price consulting or strategic planning. That's another area that you could then niche and specialize in. You could aim to be the very best tax planning expert in your area for inheritance tax planning, for example. Now, does that mean that you have to choose one of those 3 areas? No, you could actually combine those, because the more focused you are, the more you narrow down your niche, the more specialist you become, the more you can position yourself as being the expert, the more sought after that you will become. If I think about, for example, in my own situation, in 1996 I started my own accounting firm as a sole practitioner, as a sole trader. And I took on all sorts of clients. I had no focus. I had everybody, which was crazy. Then in 98, 99, I figured out a better way to run an accounting firm. And I was very fortunate in the year 2000 that I was invited to speak at a workshop for accountants. And I loved it so much so that from 2000 onwards, I was teaching accountants. I sold my accounting firm and I've been teaching accountants. But then from 2010 to 2010, for that 10 years, I taught all sorts of stuff. So I had a specialism. It was the accounting industry, but I taught everything. And then in 2010, I made the decision that of all the things I taught, the thing that I enjoyed the most was helping accountants price more effectively. I wrote my first book, Effective Pricing for Accountants, in 2011, and it's pretty much all I teach now. I teach the accounting profession. So I took my niche building from accountants, which is a sector, and I then took a service, which is teaching pricing, and I've combined the two. So I now teach accountants and bookkeepers how to value price. And you can do the same thing. You can think about maybe that you love tax planning and you also love the idea of the medical profession. So you could become the expert at tax planning for the medical profession. The more focused you become, the more you can build up your expertise and the more you will find people are wanting to work with you. The right clients will queue up to work with you. If you agree with that, click on the thumbs up icon below, check out the resources below, and feel free to add any comments below this video as well. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.